I think coming into the internship, I was expecting a much more rigid day-to-day operation than what it was. My managers were they gave me big projects to do and I could work on them as I worked on other stuff in between, but it was more laid back and kind of a discussion of what I wanted to learn, and so I was able to learn a lot more than I expected.
I really wasn't expecting a full internship program. I didn't think that it would be a lot more than just coming into work, sitting at your desk, doing what was expected of you, but being able to have all these different activities just for the interns to be able to connect with each other and network with other departments and just learn more about not only their jobs but about the real world in general was a good surprise.
It's definitely a very simple one. Just don't be afraid to ask questions. Before I came here, I didn't want to ask a lot of questions because I didn't want to act like I didn't know what I was doing. But I definitely learned that it's a lot better to ask questions, clear up what I'm doing, what project I'm doing, and because it's better than to do everything wrong, you might as well just ask the question and get back on the right track.
I would say, whatever opportunity I take, just give it my all. And I think it's really what, interns make of it, or what anyone makes of anything. I feel like when I continue to carry on with my career and finishing college, I have to be more aggressive and also just not be scared of what people think. So I think it's just trying to, get out of my comfort zone and, tackle on, these goals of mine.
When I first came here, my path that I was going on was still a little bit unclear, a little vague. So when I started to focus on this web design and this UX UI, I actually decided to focus on that for my future career. So by having this internship and working on the UX UI side of things, I've actually decided to do that for my future job, and it will actually affect the courses that I'm taking over the next semester of my college career.
I plan to learn a lot of it because there's a lot of things that I learned about marketing that I had no idea that I would never learn in school. So there's a lot of those things that I can take with me to my, first professional job. Just random things that I would never even thought of that I got introduced like the first week I was here. I probably would have definitely networked better as well. I think it took me a month or so to actually talk to other departments, talk to other people. I wish I would have started doing it sooner and build better relationships with people I work with.
I think I would have, as they say, run towards the roar a little bit. I think I would have wanted to have tried more things that were maybe a little bit outside of my comfort zone. 2.5 months isn't, you think it's a long time, it isn't. And if I had had the opportunity to do more things and to experience other departments, and especially those departments where I really don't have a lot of technical knowledge, I think that would have been an interesting challenge for me, and I wish I had the opportunity to do that, but certainly what I did do was very rewarding.
This internship is more focused on the learning aspects of interns rather than just having short-term objectives and then like asking interns to do all the tedious work. It's not about that. The culture is pretty different. They're actually looking at the long term, and they're also interested that if the interns like this industry, they could actually apply for a full-time job in the future.
It blows it out of the water. Don't mean that as a knock to the other internships I've had. This one's just so good that it doesn't even compare.
My favorite thing about the program was the balance between work and fun and learning that we were able to have, and then just how much opportunity interns had to not only just do the work, but then to learn transferable skills that we'll use everywhere we go in life, whether it be how to deal with difficult people, not only in the workplace, but outside of it, and how to find a job, which we'll be needing soon when we graduate. So just learning all those skills while accomplishing some pretty big tasks for the company.
My favorite thing about the program was actually there were two of them. First one was the presentation, in which we got to introduce ourselves with in front of a lot of people, and then we were able to discuss our projects that we had worked on. I think that is one special thing I found about this, because a lot of the times the work that interns do, they go unnoticed and they're not acknowledged, but I thought that was a good way to acknowledge that. And the second one was having the lunch with CEO and the chairman of this company. I think it was a good opportunity to interact with both of them and just getting to know their point of view and what their ambitions were with the company.
I think my favorite thing about the program is definitely the coffee breaks and the friendships and relationships that fostered out of those coffee breaks with my fellow interns, and also walking down the hallways and getting to know a lot of the employees and the relationships that we built.
Yes, I actually was talking to someone, a student at Temple, about this internship, and I told her to apply.
Yes, of course. I think that ASI needs more interns in the West Coast, or from the West Coast. So if we can expand the internship program into recruiting students, more students from the schools in the West Coast, that would be great.
All right.